in the part 2 of this tutorial series on creating automated electronic certificates, I have discussed on how you can send your Google Forms to your participants, and once they're done filling in the form, you can generate a Google Sheet containing all the information that you need for your electronic certificates later on. Now let's say I have now here the Google Sheets, and I have here the info that I need, the names of the participants, and then their email address. Now I just put my own email address here because for the purpose of this demo, because they might be receiving the electronic certificates that I will be generating in this Google Sheet. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm just using my own email address. Now what you are going to do next, once you already have the names of the participants and then their email addresses to where the certificates, the e-certificates will be sent, you can now use, the next thing that we do is to launch the add-on in Google Sheets, which is called Autocrat. Now, where do you find this? You can find this in the add-ons. Now, as you can see, I have here the add-on Autocrat, but if you don't have this in your Google Sheets yet, and if it's your first time to use this, you can get it from the Get Add-ons button here, if you click that one, and then simply search the word Autocrat. Okay, let's say Autocrat. There you go. And then install the add-on here. You will know because it's the yellow, it has a yellow picture here. Then once you see this one, you click that one, and then just simply click the install button here. So as you can see, it's uninstalled because I've already installed it. But if it's your first time to use this, you just simply click the install and follow the instructions that will be provided in installing the Autocrat add-on from the Google Workspace Marketplace. So let me just close that one and let me go back to the add-ons tab. And then I would just simply click Autocrat and then click Launch. Then we just have to wait for a new window to pop out. Once you have all the information that you need for your e-certificate, just like the name of the participants, which will appear in the e-certificate later on, and then the email addresses to where the certificates will be sent, you can now click the add-ons and then click Autocrat and then simply click Launch. It's either Launch or Open. So if you click Open here, just have to wait for it to load. Okay, this is what you need to remember. The Autocrat will not open or will not work if you have signed in multiple Google accounts here. So make sure that when you before using the Autocrat in your Google Sheets, you need to sign out all other accounts and you just sign in the accounts that you're using right now. Okay, that's the first thing that you will need to do because it will not work. It's like that the Autocrat would get confused on what account you are using, so you need to log out all your other accounts except the ones that you're currently using on. Okay, now that I have here the Autocrat window, we can now set up the automation of the e-certificate. Okay, what you will do is simply click New Job, and then just wait for it to load, and then you name your merge job. So, for example, e-certificate sample, something like that. And you put a job name that is very easy to remember for easy reference. And then next is you click Next. The next step in automating your certificate is to choose your template. So as you all know, I've already created a certificate template here using Google Docs, and the name of the file is copy of certificate of participation. So I will be choosing that one here in my recently used templates, or I can actually get it from my Google Drive, or I can create an example within the Autocrat. So let's just say I have already chosen the copy of certificate of participation because this is what I will use in generating certificates to my participants. After that one, you just have to click next. Once you're done selecting the template that you'll be using to generate your e-certificates, the next thing now is to map your source data to the template. So as you can see, I have here the merge tab. I will be choosing sheet 1 because I only have one sheet here in my Google Sheets. And then the header row 1 is of course the header here which has the name and email, the words name and email. And then the first data row is of course in number 2 because this is where I will see the first entry of the participants of my activity. So I have your first data row. This is the first data that I will be generating, and so on and so forth. And then I will have choose here standard. And as you can see, there's a tag here. The tag here comes from the template that I have created earlier. So here's the template, and you can see here the tag. And then it will be generated right away in Autocrat. Alright, now the next thing is you are going to match the tag here to the relevant data for the tag. So I have here, we will be choosing whether name or email. So what is the use of the tag? The use of the tag is, if I have here the tag name, that means I will be matching it to the name of the participants here. The name of the participants here will now be um, exchanged in the space here containing the tag in the certificate. You will see the output later on. So again, if the tag here is name, of course the column that you should be choosing is the name. So all the entries here, the Rox Fuentes, Angkol, Jade Villa, Merpelen, and Lord Hano will be interchanged in the tag here in the certificate. Okay, so that's it. Now once you're done with that, you just click next. Once you're done clicking the next, you will be directed to the fourth step, which is on file settings. So here we have the file name. This is how you will name the file or the certificates that you will be generating later on. So let's just say we will put certificate e-certificate. So that means each of the certificates that will be sent out to the participants will have a file name of e-certificate, and then you can also copy that, and then you can also put in the name of the participants in the file name by simply clicking here, copying one of the names here, and then paste it in the box here. So that means all the certificates that will be sent to the participants will have the words e-certificate, the word will have the word e-certificate, and then of course their name. So if it's Angkol, then Angkol will also have a file name e-certificate Angkol. If it's Jade Villa, then the file name would also be e-certificate Jade Villa, and so on and so forth. And then now the next thing that you will need to do is to identify whether what type of file name you're going to send to your participants, whether in Google Docs form or in PDF. If you don't want that the participants will be able to edit the document, then you just choose PDF. So the e-certificate will be on PDF form once it is sent to them. And then you just output as either multiple output mode, classic mode, or a single output mode. So just simply click multiple output mode. It doesn't matter. And then after that, if you're done with the file settings, you click next. And then you're now going to identify the destination folder of your certificates. That means on which folder in your Google Drive you are going to store the e-certificates that you're going to send out to your participants. So it's not only the participants who will be receiving the certificate, but you will also be storing it in your Google Drive. So just simply click choose folder here, And then you just have to wait to be connected to your drive, and then choose the folder to which you will save your to save the certificates of your participants. Okay, so now we already have these folders here from our Google Drive. Let's say I will put it in here in the GEG CDO webinar folder, and then I will just have to click select. Okay, just wait for it to load. Alright, so I have now here the destination folders of my e-certificate. So I can choose to remove the other one, this one, remove the other one. Yes, so the certificates that I will be generating now will be stored in GEGCDO webinar certificates. So that's just an example. Then once you're done choosing your destination folder, you now click next. And then you can also add a dynamic folder reference, but this is just optional. Just have to click next. Now that you have already set the merge condition, I have now here the name and then the not null. That means the names here are not empty. You just have to click next. And then there's an option here if you want to share docs and send emails. Of course, because you want the certificates to be sent to the emails of your participants, you need to click yes. And then share doc as PDF. And then allow collaborators to share. Just click. You can click this no. Send from generic no reply address. You can just click no there. Then you can also put in here the template of the email that will be sent to them. So you can put in here the subject e-certificate, and then you can also put here hi there, hi there. Attached is your e-certificate. Attached is your e-certificate from the training earlier, something like that. So all of the participants will be receiving the same email. And then this is the important part here. You need to identify, because you will be sending the emails here, you need to put an email to the part here. But of course, because there are too many emails, we will use a tag here. So we will just have to copy that one and then paste it here. Okay, you can now paste the email here, and just only one. So that means all the emails that is here in your Google Sheets will be able to receive the certificates intended for them. So you just have to identify the emails from here, from the tags from here. Okay, that's it. So that means Rox Fuentes will be able to receive her e-certificate in her email address rghambry@gmail.com. Okay, then once you're done, you just click next and then click run on form trigger. What does this mean? That means if there is an additional entry in the Google Sheets, the certificate would be automatically generated right away. So if you want to do that, just simply click yes. So this is very helpful if you're doing multiple activities or trainings or seminars. Okay, just wait for it to load. Wait for it to update the project triggers. Once you are done adding job triggers, you can now save the Autocrat. Once you're done adding job triggers, for example, you clicked here yes, that means the form, the Autocrat will run or generate the certificate once a new entry is added here in the Google Sheets. So you just now have to do the last step, which is to click save and then wait for it to save the job. Okay, if it has a lot of entries, it would take a while. So you just have to wait. Alright. Once you are done, this will come out and then there's an option here to play. Once you click display, the e-certificates will automatically be generated. So let's click that one. So now it's running and as you can see in the background, the Autocrat has already started running the e-certificate. And as you can see here, one certificate has been created and another document has been created. We'll just wait for the remaining. Okay. Okay, it's done. And then once done, you just click the X button or you just have to close this one. So again, let's go back to our Google Sheet. I have here the name of the participant, the email, and then the merge doc ID, the Google Drive where you'll be able to locate the file. And then of course, if you click the e-certificate here, you will also see here the e-certificate and then the merge status of the document. So if I'm going to click this one, you will now be able to see the e-certificate generated by Autocrat. So as you can see, the name here is now Rox Fuentes. So from the template that we created here, which has the tag name, this one, it has been interchanged now with the actual name of the participant that is registered here in our Google Sheets. Right? So let's check another one. From Rox Fuentes, we will have this one, Uncle. Let's see if the certificate is correct. Let's open that one. Okay, let's open. Okay, so I have here now the certificate of participation of Uncle. See? So right now, we are going to check if the e-certificate has been sent to the participants. So as you can see, I have here the email. And then I will now log in the email of the participant. Okay. And then let's check if the certificate is now in the email of the participant. Let's just wait for Gmail to load. Okay, we can now see here the email. And then, hi there, attached is your e-certificate from the training earlier. This is what we encoded earlier. And the certificate now has been attached. That's the last part of our tutorial series for creating automated e-certificates. I hope you learned something. And if you still have any questions regarding this topic, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I will try to answer all of them. Again, don't forget to click subscribe, like this video, and make a comment to be updated of the latest from the public school teacher. See you again soon!